Hi, I'm Marie Plass, the producer of the What Matters Most show. For the past 3 years, my team and I have been sharing inspiring interviews of our guests' journeys to change their lives and the lives of other people. We hope that these stories have empowered you to live a life full of purpose and joy, one that you have always dreamed of. During the past 3 years, the show has also transformed from the very early days of our MP3 recorded phone interviews to Skype calls in Chakra Radio studios to today our on location shoots. In 2014, we hope you continue the journey with us and experience not only the growth of the show, but you're going to get opportunities to meet the What Matters Most team behind the scenes. We're going to share our thoughts and our feelings about guests and the topics up close and personal. Yes, you're going to get a chance to know us too. We hope that you enjoy this, our first What Matters Most team video shoot. We wish you so much joy as we enter into 2014 together, remembering that the simple things in life are what matter most. Namaste. What was your inspiration, Eric Anzalone, other than the fact you had no idea that you were getting...
Aaron was my inspiration. No.
That's right. He had no idea what he was getting into. Can I just say that he had no idea what he was getting into?
Well, my inspiration actually, once we started rolling, was, what were the guests? And, well, certainly you, Maria.
That's right. I'm always...
Because, we were looking at it, building from the ground up, and, there was production involved as well. And once we keyed in on what we wanted to do with the production, the guests really kind of made it worthwhile, and it was fun for me because I got to learn things I never thought I would learn about, and so it inspired me.
And he got to do things that he never thought that he would have an opportunity to do.
Right.
Little did he know that he would be doing didgeridoo and
Right.
playing guitar on the main street of Lambertville. And what are some of the other things that Eric has done?
I like the
Sleeping in a haunted house.
Oh, sleeping in a haunted house. That's right.
Talking to my soul, or whatever, Eve, hearing that.
Oh,
Eric,
yeah,
your
we have
grandmother
had some.
came through and talked
That's
to you.
right, with
Kit and Nat.
Kip and
Kit and Nat.
Kit and Nat.
And tuning forks. Eric has had tuning forks done to him.
Oh.
Right.
I mean, really.
Wait a second. That's a little.
No. You know what? It makes the days of what our first shoot when we started out with, what was it, Brad Bruno and David Wolf
Right.
down at Brad's Chips.
It's funny. We started off with the two of the most famous people.
That's right, and we.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
That was our first shot.
That's
Well,
right.
anyway,
But that seemed like very low key. I mean, really, that was just conversation.
Yeah.
Now we do so
No,
much
now it's
more
like-
now.
Well, yeah. So it's certainly not about the money.
No, it's not about the money.
But
But we would like it to be about the money.
perhaps
That's right.
someday.
That's
Perhaps
right.
someday. But yeah. So and truth be told, everyone here inspires me because when you're But when you're working on a production like this, it's really the people that you work with as well that makes you want to do it again.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely. All right, well that's my answer.
Anybody else have an inspiration?
I'm kind of inspired by it has a positive intent. Like I've never really come across a production company that ultimately has a positive intent and goal, and that's the agenda. I love that, and that's why I kind of joined. That's why I felt like I have to do this. This is exactly what I was looking for,
Eric told me way back when that I was one of the few producers that he has ever come across that's doing a production based on the fact that I'm doing it because I think it's a good cause.
Right.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not driven by the finances.
We definitely know that.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah,
And so if you're watching this video
and have some money
and you're feeling it, you know, if it's really, if it's speaking to
some
you.
extra money in the bank.
That's right.
No, I agree with Maria. I think, well, first of all, I got involved because Maria called me and said, hey, I'm doing this thing, you want to help? So that's how I started. But I also think I believe in the message. So that's why I'm involved. I believe in the message of the program. So that's important.
I think that's a common denominator
and I
for
think
all
we're
of
helping.
us.
I think we're giving knowledge to people that may never have gotten the knowledge that we're providing.
It's true.
Exactly.
So that's one of my inspirations.
Because these aren't like mainstream kind of conversations, and I think that's another reason why I appreciate it. It's not, you know, something that you find in every single show.
Right.
You know, so it's
No, I actually no. Have we thought about going back now that we've gotten to where we are and interviewing David Wolf and Brad Grunow again?
That would be fun.
Have we ever thought of doing that?
No, because
Like
we
where
probably,
we are now?
That's right. Look at us now.
Well, I mean, look at Brad now. He's gone a long way.
Absolutely.
And there'd be stuff to talk about. David, he's still. Do you see him all the time? That NutriBullet commercial?
Yeah.
I see him all the time.
David was on Home Shopping Network selling
Oh, my.
NutriBullet. Are you kidding me?
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. That's
But
right.
anyway, I don't know.
Was
Not
there-
to take away
what
from
was your
what you were saying.
inspiration?
No.
Was there anything that inspired you, or did you
Yeah.
have no idea what you were
Well, I
getting into?
didn't really know what I was getting into, but once I got into it, I realized that we're doing, you know, bringing positive information to people that, you know, they wouldn't get otherwise. I mean, I spent so many years doing really mindless television, you know, daytime talk shows, even this. But
Dun, 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 dun.
and,
blur that out.
You know, there was just a lot of nonsense that, you know, that we were working really hard to put out there, and I'm like, it's really nice to be able to spend the same kind of effort and, you know, really make something that it can help people. And I think that we're providing information that can help you. We have a lot of different topics that, you know, and the whole point of the show is what matters most to the people that we talk about or talk to, and all of them have had life changes that,
Yeah.
you know,
For
have
sure.
changed the direction of what they're doing. A lot of
Yes.
them were doing, you know, just kind of nonsensical stuff in the past, and then something happened and they sort of changed their focus and went on to do something that, you know, can really help people. And so I think that's what matters most to me, is being able to help facilitate that.
There have been a lot of people that we've talked to over the course of the years, even when we go back to our original phone call interviews back in the day of sitting in a closet. Basically, that's what we were doing, sitting in a closet, calling up people and doing the interview via phone. But a lot of those people that we reached out to were people that had mainstream positions, mainstream jobs, good corporate positions, getting paid a lot of money, that really left what they were doing just because they had a belief and a passion that they could make a difference in the world by doing this. So we really applaud them, yes. And all of us, obviously, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
I say everybody makes sacrifices for this production. I think.
Absolutely.
And because they love
Yeah.
it, because they love what it's about, and I think that that's really cool. Because I don't think you get the same thing in any other production company. I don't think it's the same kind of. I mean, smaller production companies are generally, you know, tight knit, but it's not the same kind of bond. Like, I like that everybody kind of, you know, kind of pulls together and makes it work. You know, I think that's unique. So.
Lucinda, did you
No,
answered
Leah
already?
was
Yeah.
going to say something.
You didn't answer, did you?
I'm sorry, did I?
No. I was just gonna say it wasn't really more of like an inspiration. Like, I didn't look out this job, like look to find it. You know what I mean? It just kind of fell in my lap. I think it was kind of fate that led me here. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been interested in the alternative lifestyles and, you know, new agey kind of things. And when I started, the first episode I worked on was the pet psychic. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I love this show. Like, I was like, ever since then, I've been like, you know, telling my friends, watch this. My friend who loves dogs, she got to go train
right.
dogs. Was like, watch this. You need to watch this. I love this.
Yes.
You love her. And then she watched. I wasn't there for it, but the raw food specialist you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had done that.
She was like,
right
oh my god, I
before.
love that
Yeah.
episode. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Tell me what's going on next. You know, and it just was kind of fate that led me here. Like, I've done other things before. I worked for a web show called The Dog Files,
Oh.
which was cool because, you know, even though he doesn't like pit bulls, he strives to protect all dogs. Like, so he did a documentary on pit bulls, the history of the pit bull and things like that. just interesting, but I don't know. I feel like I'm making more of an impact here.
That's
I like it.
nice.
Yeah.
Lucinda.
Well, I love all this stuff, this subject matter, and I can't get enough of it. And so I had to tag along to some of the shoots that my husband was shooting because it was just so exciting. And so, you know, I just love being around all this. So I kind of came in by default.
That's okay. That's okay.
But you're just as important.
So let me move on and ask another question. Is there any, since we're talking about where we've been and all of the shoots that we've been to and gone on and participated in, is there any particular shoot or individual that really stands out in your mind that you would say, wow, that person really, you know, that I feel like what they shared with me was something that really created a change or a shift in me, something, an awareness that a spark to see the change. Oh, Eric. Is there like not one in particular? See, I know I would have a problem with picking one.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of why I was saying.
Yeah.
But then again, I'll go back and forth with. Well, I really had a good time at Farmers Hope.
Me too.
And that wasn't like anything that impacted me that's going to change tomorrow. That was just kind of fun and cool.
Yep. I think it was the soldier.
Yeah. No, it was the woman who was taking care of the soldier.
Oh, and the nurse that went up and down the stairs.
No, she didn't take care of me.
Ghost, one of those.
Because she didn't like me. What's that?
Oh, the
thing?
tapping. That was
Karen Davidson. Yeah, that was cool. That was kind of
Yeah,
that was one of those things where, and with
Richard.
with Richard
Yeah.
Fluke as well on camera, I wasn't faking any of that. I wasn't faking it. It was really neat, and that was happening on camera, and I was like, "Whoa." Because the truth is, a lot of times I'm open to everything, but I kind of go into it with a little bit of skepticism.
What was it you did?
The energy clearing, Richard did, and then the tapping, it really, I was like, what I was feeling inside was kind of cool.
You could tell it was
I could
real.
feel it, and I wasn't.
Totally
I would
incredible,
like. I would
yeah.
always. I'm not going to say that I've done this before, but I would sort of fake it. You know, like oh yeah,
you
you
could
know,
tell
because
it
we're on
was real,
camera.
yeah.
But I was like,
This
whoa,
is
this really is cool. So yeah, definitely that one. Yeah, I had a good time up at. Again, it's not like a good time, and it sounds ironic at St. Christopher's, but, which we haven't even.
Which is, by the
gotten
way,
to
an
yet.
alcohol detox center.
Yeah, exactly. But it was. That's what I'm saying. It was like,
Yeah.
are they changing the world? Well, they're changing people, and what they're doing. The people that work there are amazing. So that had an impact on me as well. Just that being around that whole
yeah.
the energy of that place.
Yeah.
I mean, I just watched the footage on it, and just like him having that, I guess there was a guy there, and he was doing some sort of little seminar with them to get them like motivated to get through the weekend, and that was just, I mean, I got chills.
Right.
I really felt
It
like,
was cool.
wow, like you're touching me. You're not just touching them, like through the camera. You were touching me, the viewer, and I think that's really cool. I was like, I've never even been there, but I feel like I was there.
Right.
Like that's awesome. That's film magic.
Yeah, I think the lady that did the intuitive healer.
Oh, okay. I knew she was going to come up with somebody.
very-
Yeah.
I really,
Martine.
I was
Yeah.
really impressed with her because I actually like got to just talk to her afterwards, and she just really wants to help people and wants not. And she kept saying, "I'm not a physician. You know, I don't know why I do this. But I just felt she was genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just had a gift she had to
Right.
share.
She was a genuine person, and I think that was really.
She is. She also has. She's one of those people that like literally has that. I don't know what it is, like a glow or some sort of energy.
Right.
I felt it when I was around because
Right.
I talked to her on Skype, but then when
Right.
I really saw her, met her face to face, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
She's just kind of bubbly and
Yeah,
just sort
yeah,
of
that's what
fun.
I'm
It's
saying.
interesting
She
you should
was
say glow
genuine.
because the cover of her book is kind of glowy-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
And I
yeah.
actually read her book, and if no one else has read it, it's really.
Oh, that ABC
I thought it was
is
good.
of,
It's really.
I actually- I thought
read
that
it
was
too.
wonderful.
It was really inspirational. I just, like I said, I think she was a genuine person,
Yeah.
and like Eric
She is a genuine.
No, but I'm saying a lot of people, like when I tell people, that I'm involved with this program, they go, oh yeah, psychics, all that, we don't believe that. I said, you will. I said, when you're there and you're seeing this happen and someone just touches someone, says, oh, you have this kind of problem and blah, 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 blah. And the person goes, yeah, I do. How did you know that?
Yeah.
That all of a sudden, then you start believing. So I just think there's a lot more to the world than we really realize.
Oh, yeah. Which is a lot, which is kind of a lot, almost
Right.
everything that we're
Right.
filming.
Right.
Van, what about you? Is there anyone in particular that really
Well,
hits home for you?
There's a few that stick out. I thought the Angel shoot was really interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. Every time somebody says me,
And
yeah, that
they,
one too.
They had a lot of interesting things to say about
Yeah.
the nature of our existence, which I thought was really fascinating. I think Karin Davidson and Richard Fluke are both helping people directly with personal issues that come up, and I think that's a real important technique that they're promoting. And as a vegan, I really appreciated the raw food show we did, and
That
well,
was,
two of them we did David
David
Wolf
Wolf, Brad
and
Bruno. Right.
and Brad. Those are actually two shows, and then
Yeah.
we did Barb Shevkin, which was real interesting. In fact, my son now has a dehydrator because of her and a juicer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I thought Barry
He wasn't even
Goldstein
on
was
that shoot,
interesting.
too. Oh,
Barry
He was
yeah,
there.
I like
Was he?
Barry.
Yeah, he
Barbara?
was. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
okay,
was.
that's right. Yeah.
Barry Goldstein was real interesting. The sound healing. I think that's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. Is the potential and the ability of sound to actually make a difference. And if you do things right with the right frequencies, it can really make an impact on people. So I thought that was real interesting. I mean, I don't think we've done a show that I haven't found something really interesting in.
Something to take away.
Yeah, there's always something.
That's what
I
it kind
agree. I agree.
Lucinda.
I really loved the Karin Davidson and Richard.
You
shoot,
did, yeah.
and the Angel shoot. The Angel shoot was very special.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was so wonderful about the Angel shoot was the way the synergy of all three guests just blended so perfectly together. I mean, we could not
That
we
was
could
spirit.
not have absolutely.
It was.
And the location was just
Yeah, it
was
was
so
great.
vibrationally.
I mean, they didn't know
perfect.
each other.
No,
They
they
each
didn't.
other.
They never
No,
met until
right?
I thought they were friends.
Mary had
Yeah,
met, right?
she
did, okay.
Yeah, and Mary knew also Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I think it was casual. It wasn't like
Yeah.
there, had been any real, affiliations
Angels
with
for you.
each other. Yeah, it's the Angels. I have to say, for me, the one that really hits home is St. Christopher's Inn. I just really, having done a lot of the research and all the investigation on it, I never would have thought what we experienced when we went out there. I mean, I knew that there was a lot of wonderful things that were happening there, but it really almost feels miraculous. It almost feels like you're walking on holy ground. I thought when you're there, just the energy shift as you go up that mountain. I mean, it feels almost like Shangri-La, and what they're doing is really beyond belief. So that's the one that really resonates for me.
Yeah, I gotta say, just because, like I said before, like I worked at a dog files show before this, so the first episode I worked on was the pet psychic.
Yeah.
It made the transition like completely perfect. It made sense. Like I went from that to this. It's like, wow, I'm meant to be here.
Oh,
Because I go from dogs to a pet psychic, and it's like it's meant to be.
Yeah, isn't
You know
that
what I mean?
something? Yeah.
It was perfect. But like I remember, I was doing the script, whatever, for the Angel episode.
Yes.
And so I was holding everybody. I was part of the audience. We were holding hands, and
Right.
she was doing the heart chakra.
The mudra.
Right,
yeah.
Like my entire energy, I could feel like a womp womp womp. Like I was like, holy crap! I
And
could.
she did the modified version.
I was like,
I
can you
know.
imagine?
I
I
went to
thinking about it, I'm
your
getting
workshop.
chills still. Like I was like,
I
wow,
went
this
to
is
your
freaking
workshop,
fantastic.
so
I
remember?
felt so calm
She did
and
that at the
cleansed. It was
workshop.
perfect. It was great.
And I'm having her.
Yeah, she was amazing.
All right, so let me ask, what would be your hope for the future of what matters most as we're on this journey? What's your pie in the sky? What would you?
TLC.
I think this has to, it's so good that I really feel like this has to get bigger. Like it has to, it has to reach more people. And so
Yeah,
I
that's
just
what
really
I
hope
agree,
it
yeah.
gets on a network so that it can reach those people, because it's not just, it's not just like alternative lifestyle. It's stuff that you can really kind of take home.
You can
You
use
know,
every
even
day.
if you,
You can
even if
use
you
it
don't
every
necessarily
day.
agree with everything that you've
You
watched,
can
there's something you can take from each episode.
Right.
So
I agree.
I think
And integrate it
to
into
get it
your
like
daily life.
bigger, to get it out there just more than we have, that would be great.
I agree.
Anybody else?
Well, I think I think it would be a blessing in many ways because one, it would reach more people. Two, I think even though you can't put too much credence in financial stuff and money, but the fact of the matter is, it would be nice if we were all rewarded for our efforts. And also, I think that at the same time, as it grows, and financially and elsewise, the guests that we get will be one, probably even more influential, and two, be more willing to work with us, as opposed to some people have had attitudes, some guests, and necessarily it was like, hold on a second, we may not be this huge production, but we have a lot of heart, and you got to treat us like you would any other show, and it would be that respect more.
And we reach
Right.
a lot of people.
We do. So I think it would
So-
be the whole thing. It would just be great for everyone.
Well, that's all our Christmas wish.
Yeah. Well, I think also what would be wonderful about it is that I think that we're just doing so much with so little that, can you imagine if we actually do have the funding to be able to buy the equipment that we need to be able to travel to the places that we'd like to be able to go to and talk to people that we'd aspire to be able to have those conversations. It really would.
I'm not sure
I
we'd
mean-
be in this country the entire time. Right? We would be everywhere else.
Yeah.
So, I'm here in the Sahara Desert where.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine that?
I'd love to
Right.
have
We
a
need
job.
translators.
Yeah.
Do this forever.
Well,
Right?
this would be my retirement job.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of our retirement jobs. There you go. How about you, Ben?
Pretty much what Eric said. That's really the way we would like to go. I think just get it more. I guess I don't even know if I want to say more mainstream, but just more present out in the world, so more people can know about it, and to have higher profile guests would be really nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But which is not to say that the guests we've had don't bring
That's
a lot.
what I was gonna-
That's
yeah.
they
They
do.
do.
They all
They do,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they're not as well known.
No,
They're just known in certain circles.
Right, and that's the higher profile guests would attract a bigger
Right.
audience.
Right.
So
Right,
then the word
right.
would get out there more.
And the other thing that's wonderful about having funding is then we don't have to be limited to those higher profile people. We could actually be talking to a lot of those people that are just phenomenal that people don't know about.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing, is that we can go back then and help the people that helped us
That's
early
right,
on. We go,
Right,
Yeah.
right, because
You know,
we have the momentum to be able to
make
do
them more,
that.
Right.
make them more mainstream.
hey,
Right,
Karin, you want to come back and do our show now?
Sure.
I mean,
yeah,
Great.
exactly.
So cool.
Because actually, I guess the higher profile people, the public at large really kind of knows their
Yeah,
story
they're-
already.
They
So
know
we're not
that,
really
yeah.
helping them.
Yeah.
But if we could help bring more obscure people into the mainstream, that would be a real key.
That would be awesome.
That would
I
be
hope
really
That
awesome.
we can do that with our production. I think we can. I think we could definitely do that. If that's done.
Yeah, there are a couple of stations on the network that do that type of spirituality thing, but I find personally that they're just doing a lot of the same guests
Yeah.
over and over and over again, and I'm kind of feeling like, okay, I kind of get it. I know what these people are all about, whereas we're talking to people that people have
All
never
different, right.
never heard of before.
Or
So
even knew existed.
And that's the thing about our show, is that it's so eclectic. I mean, it's not
Yes.
just a ghost hunter show. It's not just a psychic show. It's all of those things.
It's
It's not just a
everything.
cooking show.
Yeah.
But we're able to bring all those different things together into one fundamental theme, which is that people have something in their life that matters most to them,
Yeah.
and at the exclusion of things that used to be important to them. And this is their journey, and it's good to help promote that for all kinds of people.
yeah. Okay, so then let me ask last. This is, and as we
How
get
many
ready
questions
to
are in
close, I think I hit them all, didn't I?
I think you
Take a
did.
look here, Eric,
No,
here.
you didn't get the first one.
No, I was
That's
gonna
the
do that. I
last
was gonna
one
do
you
that.
did.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, I didn't do about the. Oh, wait. Okay, sure. I'll ask this. What's your hope for inspiring a better tomorrow on the planet for 2014?
Oh,
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
healthcare for everyone.
yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Right.
Why didn't somebody think of that?
I can tell you what mine is. Mine is that I really, really am such an advocate for this GMO labeling.
Yes.
I really,
Yeah, I
really,
agree.
really
Co-sign
feel
that.
so very passionate about that because I think it's really important for people to know what's in their food because what you're eating has an effect on your health and your well-being
Definitely
and
does.
your
Right to know.
attitude and your ability to be able to do those things that matter most to you. So that to me is what's really my passion
Right.
as far as
And so
beyond
many
this
other
picture.
countries
So-
have banned it, and we haven't.
Yeah.
Is there a Monsanto?
Yeah, Monsanto.
What is it? No, it's a Monsanto interview coming up sometime soon. Then
I don't think
Really? How come we never go the other way and get some of the people that? That would be good.
Yeah,
Well, they probably wouldn't talk to
I
you.
don't
Yeah,
think they will talk to us. No,
They don't
no.
talk to
I'm on
anybody.
too many campaigns like Just Label It and yeah, food evolution, revolution. I mean, you name it. So yeah, that's really
to know
important.
what's in our food, and a lot of things in our country we have, and all the other countries ban it, and it's pretty sad. It's
Yeah.
all about the corporate world and profit, unfortunately,
Yeah, it is.
and not the good of the people.
that's right.
And maybe that's my wish overall is that it be a little bit more about people, everyday people, and a lot less about corporate.
Yeah.
You know, like can we bring it back to the people? Because the people make up corporate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
like
it
it
is.
doesn't make sense to poison the people that are actually running your company. I mean, they're at the bottom doing all the work for
That's
your
it.
company. You know?
Well, because it all goes back to that theory of that there's not enough, that there's lack in the world, where the reality of it is that there's plenty for everyone. So if we just kind of embrace that.
Yeah, they're worried about overpopulation. I think that's why they came out with this whole modifying the food to make it bigger, to make it
Roundup,
to make it make it grow faster, make your chickens fatter. You know, it's because they're so concerned about the population control in the world and how we're going to feed all these people in another 50 years, especially without water, fresh water.
Yeah, water's gonna become. I just saw a really good film that Sierra Club did on water and how valuable it is, and that there are many places that they have no water. They have to go for miles and miles and miles and miles to get fresh water. We, as American citizens, do not know how lucky we
Right.
are.
in many
And
respects.
how grateful we have that we're lucky we were born in this country. I think every day I go, I am so glad I was born in the U.S.
Yeah.
because there's so many countries and people that just don't even have a tenth of what we have.
True, but there are also people in our own country that don't.
No, I agree.
And-
I agree.
and
I've been to
that is
Appalachia.
definitely, yeah.
I've been to the Appalachian people. I've
Even
seen
in New Jersey,
it.
there's the tent
Yes.
cities and everything.
Right,
there.
in Lakewood.
Yeah.
How about you, Ben? Do you have something that you would like to see as a wish for 2014, bigger picture?
I guess just keep doing more of what we're doing and just finding new and unique stories to tell and just get it out there, the best we can. And obviously we're upping our production values all the time, and we want to keep doing that. And the more help we can get, the better. So it'd be nice to get some more people on board that feel like we do. And this is a pretty small group here, but there's got to be other people out there that are willing to join us. So that'll be good to get some more people helping out.
And people that'll be willing to come to the holiday party.
Right.
In the snow.
Yeah, right?
All right, so listen, I'll wrap it up with our last question. We always close our shows with a question. Thus, the common question is, what matters most to you? As far as a legacy that you would like to leave behind, that you'd like people to remember you about you when you pass on to that great
Why are you
spirit
looking at me?
in the
Am I
sky.
going first? Wait a minute.
You don't have to go first.
Leather, baby. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know if they can look past the leather.
We're looking past the leather right now.
I'm not wearing any. At least 4 times in the past 2 months this has come up, and it's gotten me in trouble because I'm always trying to keep the peace. I'm not one for confrontation, and I'm always trying to be respectful of everyone, and I am a true Libra where I look at both sides, even when I'm personally involved, and it's gotten me in trouble. Mm-hmm. But I actually hope that that's what people will remember. My legacy is that I've always kept the peace, and that I just didn't, I'm just always going to look at both sides, try to be rational about it, and not take a side either. And especially when I'm caught in the middle, whether it's family, friends, whatever.
You're a peacemaker.
I am,
You're like
I hope that's what
weighing the scale. The scale, right, is your sign.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah.
And believe me, it's hard. But yeah. So that's my answer.
I want to be remembered as a light bearer, someone who lightened up people's lives a little bit by a smile or just a little helpful, help someone in some way and bring healing and divine love and to people. That Spirit would use me to bring healing for people.
That sounded like a prayer.
God.
It
It was
is.
beautiful. It was beautiful. For me, I don't know. I don't want people to remember me. I don't really want to have like a book about Lauren and a biography. And I'm more. For me, I want people to take whatever positive thing that I've offered and utilize it to kind of manifest something positive for themselves, and just kind of keep manifesting positive things into the future. That's my goal. So
It's a good goal.
that's what I want.
Why did I have to go first? I gotta change my answer now.
Always wants to change
Right.
their answer. I go like,
That's just how I feel. It's just
Yeah, you can skip me.
No,
I'm kidding.
actually, my goal is to leave.
she was going to go back to her, but it's okay. We'll go back to you.
I'm going to say because she just said such a good one. I was like,
Okay, gives you more time.
No. One of my goals is to leave a better world for my grandson, and also I want to be known that I always treated people the way they want to be treated, and that's how I try to treat people. And I hope people will say that I treat people the way I want to be treated, which is the hardest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really trying. That yoga breathing's coming in a lot. So that's what I would be remembered by.
I guess I was just going to say I want people to remember that even though I may not be completely successful, I just tried my hardest. And I would like to be remembered for the things that I helped create, like part of the show. I'm just a little
We're all little
notch
pieces,
in this
yeah.
thing.
We're kind of all little
We're all
notches in
like
the
that.
thing. to be
Yeah,
honest with
I'm
you.
part of
Bigger
something that's
mountain.
being created, and I want to be remembered as that. I'm trying to help people in any way I can. So that's all.
Cool.
Well, as a filmmaker and editor, for my business card, my slogan is helping people tell their stories. And there you go.
card.
Nice.
And so whether it's a wedding video or a show like this, people have things that they need to get out there in a nice, concise way, and that's my job, is to help tell that story. So I guess my legacy would be, all those stories that wouldn't have been told otherwise if I didn't help.
That's really good.
That's a good.
That's a great
Yeah, Eric,
one.
you need to go again.
I think Eric's was good.
I do too. What I'd like people to remember about me is that I was a change maker in what people get to see on TV. That they can see that there's a lot of positive things, and that we can get rid of the completely negative news and all of that, and know that there's more good on the planet than there ever is bad or negative. So that would be what I would hope people would remember, and that I get the impact to make on the world.
that's a great thing.
Now, do you want to change your
I'll say.
Yeah, I like Ann.
No, I like your
No,
answer.
don't
That's
change your
important.
answer. That's what you wanted to
We all had good. What about
World
this?
peace. I don't know.
Yeah, we're on
Do you want to do an answer?
No, that's good actually.
Namaskar Satguru Prasad.